guys, it's Peg, and today I was going to do a little bit of watercolor work, working with my doodles and things, and I wanted to share some things. I've gotten some happy mail, so let me share that, and you guys have a blessed day, and I'll be back with more videos before you know it. So this was a package I received from Renee Davidson. We had done an exchange in the Studio ABC group for artist trading cards, and for this month it was Paris, and so she sent me these two really cute little Paris artist trading cards. She also sent along a few little extras with her package. Really sweet of her to add all these wonderful little goodies. There's some rub-ons and some embellishments and, you know, just fun stuff in general that you can use on about any kind of project. So I want to thank you, Renee. Thanks for the goodie bag, and maybe we can trade again sometime. Flutterbys. Butterflies. Aren't they sweet? Okay, next up is a package that I received from Eileen McGinnis. Look at this sweet little doll. I've seen her make these. She has a video out on YouTube showing what she did to make these. You might want to find that if you're interested. And then these little paper clips. Yeah, paper clips. Eileen had issued a challenge on International Crafters Facebook group. They were to doodle some paper clips, and I have a video out there showing what I did for that. And then it was an exchange, and so I mailed her a package with these cute little doodle paper clips, and then she sent me this package in exchange. And aren't they just the sweetest? I have this, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I have this My Life book, which I'd started a couple of years ago for Documented Life, which I never finished because, yeah, I don't document my life very well. And I'm also in the My Life group, which is another My Life 2017, another Facebook group. And I have started doing some pages for that, but it's the middle of July. Ask me if I've done the July page yet or not. That would be a big fat no. So middle of July, I probably need to do that. But aren't these sweet? And then you see this piece of artwork in front of you. This was a live stream that Nikki Parr and Eileen had done, and they were doing a dual thing on YouTube. So you might want to look that up. So I have one more letter here I haven't opened yet, and let me share this happy mail with you. Oh, it's a cute little thank you card. Look at this darling little owl. Let's see who. This is from Lindy. Yes. Sweet lady. And looks like she has sent me some lovely. Oh, look at these guys. These are when we were doing Artist Trading Card a Day last month. She did some beautiful purple artist trading cards. This is 2 and 3 of a set that she did. Aren't those pretty? Look at that. Okay. Okay, so now I am just going to do a little bit of play with some watercolor. These are just some free-form flower shapes. You know, nothing, they're more imaginary than they are real. What I am doing is using an IdentiPen, which is a permanent marker. I want to get a refill for my fountain pen that is permanent. I think I have some inks that are, but I just haven't filled one of my pens up with it. So that's on my agenda to do, and so I'm using the Identa pen to just, you know, put some shapes into this watercolor piece of paper. This is a pad. It's called Fluid Watercolor Paper. It's a cold press finish. It's 140 pounds. It's called an Easy Block. It's bound on two edges, which I like, and so it kind of keeps things flat as you're working and getting them wet. And it's thick enough it's not going to bleed through or cause you any kind of problems. But I'm using the Jane Davenport palette. I think these are called the Brights or something like that. I'm not sure. But I really like the colors in this palette. They're very vivid. I have another palette from Prima, which is more of the muted or natural colors, and then this one is very bright, bold, beautiful colors. So I'm painting in my flowers with a water brush. This happens to be, I can't remember whose this is. It's not Jane Davenport. Oh, it's Pentel. This is a Pentel. I like these just because of the shape and the flow. This is about a medium tip. But I also have the Jane Davenport ones. I also have some from my favorite ones, I believe, are Kuretake, but I tend to use them with some gesso and things and clog them up, and then I have to try to clean out the reservoir again. So that's why I'm using this one today. So I'm doing a variety of different colors just to give it some interest. And these colors are, the bright blue is called Butterfly, isn't that sweet? The reddish pink is called Ladybug, and the purple is called Mystic. So I love the names. They're gorgeous, just like the paint itself. So nothing too hard about this. I'm just playing. You know, I'm just having a play day. Blending things out, playing around. I'll do a little splashing into the background, and then I want to do a little bit of doodle lettering. I'm going to get out my Jane Davenport fountain pen and do the lettering, and I'm hoping that I can dry it enough on here that I don't make a mess, but we'll see. What I like to do first is to just use a pencil and sketch in what I'm going to do for my lettering, and then I'll go back over it with my pen and fill in, and then you can erase the pencil marks once that's all dry. Well, it's what you're supposed to be able to do. I thought I had dried it, but you'll see what happens, and you know how I deal with it, you know, because okay, it's not a masterpiece, but I like it, and I didn't want to just toss it. So, yeah. I tried to do a retrieval on it. Now, I could just paint some gesso over, or, you know, I don't know. Watercolor is one of those things that once you've messed it up, it's not as easy to fix as acrylics. So, anyway, you'll see what happens here. So what I do is take a pencil and sketch in the words that I want on my page. I don't want to go directly in with ink because I can make some errors and then it's too hard to fix. So I am just penciling in my words. Then I'm going to use my fountain pen and draw over the letters that I have placed on my page. Now, even at this, you have a possibility of making some big messes. I have used a white Posca pen to clean up with before, You can gesso over things, but it's best if you're just really careful at this stage. And then I am also using this ink pen. It's a brush pen. It's a food brush pen, F-U-D-E, food. It's a Japanese pen, and it also has a water-soluble ink in it. So I'm trying to dry things before I really mess things up. And I'm giving the lettering more time to dry as I add a few stamen or, you know, some imaginary leaves and that sort of thing to my flowers, and, you know, just jazz it up a little bit more. However, I find that my ink is still quite wet when I go back to brush over. So what I end up doing is just kind of incorporating that into the overall look of my page. It's not that bad that I would just toss it, but it was one of those unexpected things when the ink smeared, because I thought I had dried it thoroughly. So, you know, check and double check, because it will make kind of a mess on your page. So I'm just trying to erase now, and you see it's smearing. So yeah, not good. It's smearing on both of these inks, and I guess I should have given it a lot more time to dry. So I'm going to come back in with my water pen and my water brush and just highlight the letters, because it's still water soluble ink. And so I'm using the smear as if it was a highlight, and then I'm going to add a little more highlight around the flowers. So that's it for today. If you like this, give me a thumbs up. Hit that little bell down below if you want notifications about my next videos. And yeah, be sure and watch the end of the week, because we've got a surprise hop coming up. Bye for now.